Welcome back to the Frozen Frontier. Today we're finishing the final task here in Urska River with a mission called Closer to Heaven. It's a nice simple delivery to help repair the church, a calm one, before we move on and start opening up the rest of Amur. Let's close out Urska River and get ready for what's next. Hello everybody and welcome back to Amur, episode 10 of the Frozen Frontier series. Today we are going to finish the last task we have for the Urska River region. Let's repair, I suppose. Might as well repair while we're here. We're going to do the final task for the Urska River region, and it's called Closer to Heaven, I think. We need one load of long logs, which is why we have this rig here. We're going to use this to grab the long logs and take them up to the church. And then we need 2 loads of medium logs and I think one steel beam. So we'll pick the long logs up as soon as we get to the logging station, and we'll run those up to the church. And then we'll decide exactly what we're going to do to get the medium logs here. I was thinking maybe I could get a flatbed truck and pull a logging trailer, and that way I could stop and get the metal beams and pull those up here, and then have the trailer to go ahead and grab the medium logs and make 2 trips from the logging station up to the church. So I think that would be all the cargo we need. So that might be what we do. So the logging station's just down the mountain here. We just kind of came up over the pass, and now we're going to be on our way down. We'll pick up the long logs, get those up there, and go from there. Alright, we'll pull right up here and let's get these logs. Yeah, see, all we can do is get long logs, so there's our load of long logs. Let's see which way we want to go. We may just go right up the back way here. I took the bandit up there once to recover some boxes. I don't think it was too bad. I don't remember, but and then we'll figure out exactly what we're going to do with those medium logs and metal beam. I don't know how many metal beams I have left at the warehouse, but I do have metal rolls. I can bring metal rolls because the metal factory is just up over there. We actually drove by it earlier. So I could always go up there and make a metal beam. And I might do that anyway, just in case I need a metal beam down below for something later. I'll have to take a good look at the main missions in the area and see what's going to be required. There's the church. Here comes your first load. Yeah, it looks like we shouldn't have any problem getting up here. Still have a fuel truck up here from the, I don't know, what was it, like episode 2, 3, maybe 4, we were up here doing some things. I don't remember exactly, but I left a fuel truck up here because we're quite a ways from anything. Alright, let's unload those. So that's done. Let's see. Yeah, we need to get medium logs and some... What do we want to do? Alright, let's shut this off. Let's just sit here for a second and see what we have. We have the bandit, which is just sitting here. I don't really want to use the bandit. That's our fuel truck. And I don't think I want to use this either. So we just have a fuel truck sitting over here. Let's see what we have in the garage. So I have some of my Russian trucks over on the Dawn map. I have kind of a fleet over there that I use. So I'm not sure I have many Russian trucks left. Alright, so I don't have any trucks here I can really use that are good for this. The Tega is about the only one I have here. And the fuel truck. So both those are up here. That's not going to work. I don't have enough money to buy another truck. We're going to have to head over to Dawn. And we're going to grab Dan. Okay, so we have to come over here to Dawn. This is the Dawn map. We'll go for a quick drive before I recover, but we're going to bring Dan back with us. We're going to bring Dan back with us down to Amur. We need a truck. This one will do the job, hopefully. I've got quite a bit done here. I think, what do we have? We're 70%, 72% done with Dawn. I have 10 missions left to do, so we don't have a whole lot left to do here. But here's just a quick view of the Dawn map. We'll go for a short 30-second field trip, just in case you've never seen the map. I've been having a blast here. I find the Dawn. No, the Dawn. I find the Dawn Russian Federation map to be pretty fun. It's a nice break from the snow. It is a little wet and muddy here, but it's got a nice fall vibe, which is perfect for this time of year. And look at all those pumpkins. Woo, buddy. A lot of pumpkins there. But anyway, so that's the map. A little bit of it. We are going to recover this. Recovered, stored. Now we'll go back to Amur. Now we just need to get across. Which way do we want to go? We'll take Rebel's land bridge over here, which I may end up regretting. It wasn't the best time in the world with the Dan, but we'll give it a shot again. I had much more fun with the Tega. The Tega handled it better, but the last time I went through here with Dan, I had a much bigger trailer, so I wish I would have put a flatbed on there instead of that, but that's okay. Alright, so you've all seen this trip before. I am going to pick this video up once we are back to the warehouse. Alright, we've made it to warehouse. Dan did great. Maybe I just got more used to driving it. I think I changed the tires a little bit. Now I'm still using the DLC ones. But the trailer is lighter, so that did help. Let's have a look how many metal beams we still have here. We still have 2. Let's take a look at our missions real quick. That needs 3 metal beams to the power plant. I mean, we're going to be over there anyway, so I think we needed to do the smart thing, and I think we just need to go ahead and grab some metal rolls. I think we'll just grab some metal rolls, and we're going to turn that into a metal beam once we get closer, but you know, we might need those metal beams over here. I only looked at one mission and it was 3 metal beams, so I'm sure there's more. I know for sure we're going to have to make some metal beams, so we'll just go ahead and use them for this. I think that'd be the smart thing to do. We got those loaded up. Now we just need to head to the logging station. Probably drop this trailer there, and I might even use the Tega actually. I might use the Tega to pull that logging trailer, and we'll take Dan up to go make some metal beams, and then take those up to the church and get that done. So we have a lot of work to do, but I mean not much really in the scope of everything we've done so far, and we'll be done with the tasks, and that's just going to be a great feeling to have those done. All right, so I'll keep trucking up that way, and I will catch up with you once we get closer to the logging station. All right, well, the Dan did a great job, and it almost made it all the way to the logging station. But as you see, I got stuck right up here. So I had to go get the Tega, and should be able to pull it out with this. I couldn't drive it through the pass right there between those rocks because there's a log, and no matter what I tried, I could not get up out of that, over that log. It just wouldn't happen. So we had to go down in the snowy swamp, and you know, Dan did great, but we finally got to a point where we just couldn't go any further. Let's get these beacons on. Alright, now we'll get this turned around and we'll finish pulling Dan in our medium log trailer up there. Now we're moving. We'll get Dan up here, we'll give some fuel and send him on his way, and we'll bring the Tega back later. Let me pull this from the back, might actually work better. There we go. Just got a few more drifts to get through, and we should be back on the road. I was very impressed with Dan, though. Dan took the rock bridge really well. And then I didn't have all the damage issues I had earlier in an earlier episode on those concrete slabs. Just everything went really well. I don't know if I just got better driving it or what, but I was impressed. Dan did all right. Not as good as the Tega, but you know, it saved me a trip back with the Tega. All right, once we get up here, should be able to let him go on his way. Okay, let's stop this here. Let's change trucks. We could actually probably drop this trailer here also. We'll go turn these into metal beams. Let's refuel ourselves off of the Tega a little bit. That should be good. We'll go up to the fuel truck, top ourselves off, and then head up the mountain pass there and turn these into metal beams. All right, we just passed the log station, and we're gonna head up the mountain, see how Dan does on this. I think there's a few spots of deep snow, but I have no doubt he'll get up here and get this converted for us. Then we can run up and deliver this beam. There we go. Oh, you know what I forgot was to go get more fuel for this. What do we have? We got 28 gallons. This truck isn't super thirsty. Not as thirsty as some. On the Dawn map, I have the Boar. I started using that for the first time. Oh man, that is a thirsty truck. I have the biggest engine in it, but man, that is a thirsty truck. All right, let's see if we can pull up through this mud. I have to try to find the best route up here to turn these metal rolls into beams, because I know I'm going to need some more. Now, on the Wisconsin map, I would, heck, probably even the Yukon map, I don't remember, I would bring a 6-slot trailer and, you know, make 3 beams at a time, but there's no roads up here I really want to pull a trailer on. Okay, so where the heck do we put it here? Yeah. Unload. Let's craft that and let's throw that on the truck. Okay, we have metal beams now. Yes, and thankfully we only need one. I thought so, but that would really suck if I would have had to come back up for another one. Alright, so we'll get these back down there and get them delivered, and then we'll start working on the medium logs. That was kind of a slog back there. We had that all rutted up from our last trip, and so yeah, that was way harder coming down than it was going up, but just the mud was all churned up. We're almost back to the log station, and we'll probably head back up the way we did with that load of long logs with the Tega. This thing's almost out of fuel. We got 15 gallons, but I think we'll have enough to get up there. This road's a little more solid than the one down the mountain. Little log trailer still here. Oops. Hit the mirror there, didn't I? Alright, we got you a load of beams. Alright, let's pull this up here. That'll probably work. Stop the engine. We'll grab the Tega. Alright, let's go down and grab this trailer. Alright, we are trucking again. We'll go up and grab those medium logs and a couple short loads up the hill of the church, and we'll have our last task done. This trailer works really good. Looks like it has off-road tires on it. I don't know that I remember seeing many trucks with, you know, those bigger tires on it. Not trucks, but trailers. I don't remember seeing too many trailers that have those bigger tires on it. I'm not sure when they added those trailers. I'm not sure which DLC they're in, but... And the Tega is just flying. Little muddy down here, isn't it? Thought it would be a little more solid down through here. We just need the ground to freeze a little bit. Man, wouldn't that be nice? If they added temperature. Whew. I'm gonna wait till later tonight when the ground freezes. That'd be a pretty cool element. Alright, there's a load of medium logs. Run our first one up there and we'll go grab the second. Here we are, we got one load of medium logs. One to go. And we will have this wrapped up. We need to remember to go over there and get some fuel. Okay. Run over this fuel truck and get a little bit of fuel. I want to be careful how much I take. So I don't know exactly which truck's going to need it next. Fill it up to 69 gallons for now. That'll be good. Alright, back down the path. Pick up one more load. I know better than to drive this fast down this mountain. I really do. I'll probably have this truck with this trailer in the thumbnail, and people will be like, what in the world does he have that attachment on for? That doesn't work with that trailer. Well, you're right, it doesn't. But I have both up here, so I can do both. I can pull long logs or short logs. I'll definitely probably leave these trailers up here. I guess I'll have to go through and see. I'll have to go through and see if I have any more logging missions up here. Now that I've finally been getting the logging missions, it makes me want to go to Michigan and stuff to finish the logging missions up on my other maps, but I'm still going to wait. I'm going to wait till everything else is caught up before I play SnowRunner 2. Logging SnowRunner 2 for me. If I ever catch up. I've been playing since launch, so I'll probably never catch up, but maybe. Around 2020, I was also playing Farming Simulator a lot. So I was splitting my time with that and other games, obviously. But Farming Simulator for a couple years was my primary focus. And this past year and a half, it's been SnowRunner. A year and a half ago, I was still in Russia. So I'm doing pretty good now. I've made it through all of Russia, and I mean, I have 3 more maps here in Amur, and then I'll be done with year 1 season pass. I'm on to season. I guess I'm already on to season 2, technically, because I am also working on the Dawn map. But yeah, making good progress on the game. Yukon was so many loads by myself. That was so many loads. It was fun though. My 10-year-old did help me a little bit in that map. So that was fun for me and him for a little bit, but the attention span for that it goes away pretty quick. And I think I had my brother help me a little bit with some of those loads too. So I had just a little bit of help a few times. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. The last load of logs. You did a good deed. Now I can fix it nicely. Well, awesome. All right, well, that is the final task on the Urska River map here. Now we're going to move on to the contracts next episode. Or we could do the time trials. We'll probably move on to contracts. We haven't done anything for contracts hardly, so we're gonna have to. We'll see. This is actually a different Oh no, we do deliver right there. That opens that tunnel to Cosmodrome. That's going to go to a new map. That's to new map, new map. So what do we have here? We're going to have this one. We got to get the power plant going. Looks like probably solid rock. Does that take place here? Looks like that might take place in the Cosmodrome. We may only have one mission here. That's in the Northern Aegis. Okay, we have... That's going to be on that map. Okay, so it looks like maybe... I'll have to double check this again later. But it looks like we may only have one contract, maybe two, to do here on Urska River, and we'll be ready to move to another map. But that's going to end it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Let myself and YouTube know that you enjoy the content you see here on the channel. And if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. And you can take it a step further and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.